Appreciated, Coach. Well, this entertainment mecca opened back in 2009. It seats 80,000 but has a standing room capacity north of 100K, and we are pushing that today at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go. 30 base.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ready?
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check out team spell.
Elliott. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Go out. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Patterson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Ready up.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Let go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly again, it's probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first down, Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Bengals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Lee!
54. Hey, tight down. There you go.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And he will find his man on the outside. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Hands up. Lead.
Minus 54. Watch the run.
They go 368. Smooth. Hands up.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Give me some. Give me some.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with his 1st career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Elliott. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Patterson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
80 weapon.
He's coming.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the 47.
94.
Check back.
Go, go.
54. Mike 54. They gonna need some therapy.
To throw on second down, Patterson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Jack Fox now. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, it's Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Patterson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Got him in. It's Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. Patterson. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Bring it. Bring it.
Snap.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready? 60 or.
57's the mic.
Yeah, let's get a second.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
From the gun, Patterson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
We got this.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby.
Hands up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dalton, he wants it all for the... And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
X3, 218, jump. Ready?
Again, it's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he cuts it right sideline. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Trying to lay one up deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
Go, go, go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. He's checking, he's checking.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Switch, switch, switch.
Trey Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort from minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
90, Wolf.
Right. 25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
To throw on third down, Patterson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Trey Kirkpatrick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, watch the leg.
Hey, help.
And Dalton to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's run.
5.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Let's get it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hit it.
They go to Elliott again. Into the juke. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter.
Ready.
Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Pollard going to try the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Push him back. Push him back.
General West.
Check. You go tight. You got tight.
Get it.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Undercrush. Go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mike 54.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the
61. Matchbox lights. Ready.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Patterson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
24. Here you go.
54. Mike 50.
Hey, wahoo!
What we got?
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton, he's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Pick it up, team. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike
Rager.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Set. 60 or.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Check 31. Check 31.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Pull it together.
Check. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point safely through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Heavy.
Check.
All right, here's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Dalton wants to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
44. 44. There you go. 5-6. You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Bravo.
55. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the spread.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last.
On the set. Greystone, travel. You got it, Bree.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Cowboys, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.